Hey, we're going to get started. You guys trickle in as you come. My name is Ryan Eller. This is, go ahead and curtsy for us. This is Diane Walker. All right, and this is Sheila Fritz. And we work with a program called Educational Talent Search here on campus. If you were on Educational Talent Search or Upper Valley High School, go ahead and raise your hand. All right, there's always more than you think. All right, so that's what we do. We are here to talk about transitions, first-year success as a first-year student on a college campus. So, we've got a really cool program. Who here? Raise your hand if you have a cell phone. All right, I want you to take that hand, grab your cell phone. We're going to use it. It's totally okay. This is one difference between high school and college. Use your phone.
If someone doesn't have a cell phone, should they use mine?
If you do not have a cell phone, you can use Diane's. If you do not have, we're gonna do some text messaging. If you don't have standard message rates, you don't have to participate. You can lean next to the person beside you. But we expect everyone who is doing this to participate. All right, here's how this works. This is how you vote via texting. We're gonna ask you a question. All right, such as, what is your favorite color? I want to sit down so you guys can see. You like our big screen? It's awesome, right? Can you guys see that in the back? Tori? Okay. All right, then I'm going to read it to you, and that's important, okay? Hey, how about everybody that's in the back, if you don't have a room, everybody scoot up forward. Let's do that. It'll be fun. Go forward. There's lots of empty seats. I bet all of Dr. Proctor's group can move all the way to the front. You can stand and jog in place if you like. So whatever you want to do. Except for stay in the back. Can't do that. Yeah, this may be, as we say, most college professors are not going to want you to use your cell phone in class. However, we are going to use it today, so keep that in mind. We're not advocating cell phone use in class. Stephen Rogers. With another mic. Can you hear me better now? Is there a bad echo? I can talk loud. Just depends if Diane can talk very loud.
That one is big hand. It doesn't matter. Big hand.
The same? Not later. All right, here's what we're going to do. This is how you're going to vote via text messaging, okay? Everybody get your phone. The number you're going to text to every single time is 22333. Number 22333. All right, that's who you're going to text to. You're going to have options, right? Diane's going to have white here. You're going to have options, and they're going to have a number. That's going to be in the message, the body of the message. One of those numbers, whichever one you think is right, okay? So we're going to read them to you, and you guys are going to text them in, and it'll show us our poll results instantly, okay? So the first question, are you guys ready?
Is this a tough quiz?
This is the easiest quiz you'll ever take
In college.
in college. All right, so question number one. A college professor will begin class by taking roll and hanging an attendance slip outside the classroom door for the student worker from the president's office to pick up and turn in to the student success specialist in FYE office. If you think that is true, text 38108. 38108. If you think that is false, text 38106. All right, text, go. We're true. 38108. False. 38106. Hustle, go.
Do you like Ryan with the microphone or without?
You gotta sing it to us though. Sing up the answer to us.
Stephen likes me either way. That's what he said. I like that. All right, you got about 45 seconds. Answer, go. Only 122 of you have voted, so keep going. Diane Walker, everybody. True, 38108. False, 38106. Right now, true has got 35% of votes. False has got 65% of the votes. 142 votes have been posted. I'm about to bring you the microphone. No? You can see it in your cell phone, okay? All right, are we done?
is actually very false. So no one is working as an office aide first hour going around picking up attendance slips, okay? What you need to do is listen to your professor. They will probably share with you their attendance policy, and it is more than likely going to be in their syllabus, all right? And there's not a campus-wide rule. Professors have what's called academic freedom, and they have a little leeway on how they want to work attendance and what happens to you if you go beyond how many times you're absent, if you go beyond how many tardies, okay? So, they're not doing a whole lot of that. Be there. That's all we got to say, right, Ryan?
Question number two, get your cell phones ready. You're going to text again to 22333, all right? How many weeks in a college semester, fall or spring? If you think it is 16 weeks, text 38497. If you think it is 12 weeks, text 38507. If you think it is 8, text 38644. And if you think it is 42 weeks long, text 38713. All right? 16, 38497. 12, 38507. 8, 38644. And 42, 38713. You got about 45 seconds. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Do some river dance, man. If you want to see Diane river dance, go ahead and give her a round of applause. All right. Go for it. While you're laying down. Hey, we're close. We're at 150 votes. You guys still voting? Yes or no? No, I think that's about. Sheila, you want to answer this one? Wrong way.
Of you think there are 16 weeks in a fall and spring semester, and that is correct. Very good. The one of you that thinks 1% or 2% that thinks there are 42 weeks in the semester, that would be a really long semester. What does that mean if you only have 16 weeks in a semester? Okay, you have 16 weeks to make a good grade and do your work and go to class. So if you have a class you hate, suck it up for 16 weeks. It's not very long. Okay, it's not like high school. It doesn't go all year long. So when your class ends in December and you take your finals and you go home for Christmas, when you come back, you have a whole new schedule. That's one of the beautiful things about college.
Question number 3. You guys ready? We're texting in to 2333. All right, easiest question on the test. Dorm moms will clean your room and do a bed check at midnight, Sunday through Thursday. If you think that is true, go 38831. If you think that is false, go 38813. All right? Let's see what you got. Clap if you want to see Diane jump around. There we go. You're going to let her down again. All right, here you go.
Raise your hand if you're living in the dorm life, baby. Woo! Okay, so back in the 80s when I went to school here, you can do the math. You had to check people in down at the front desk, give them your ID, and they had to be out by midnight. There was always people sneaking up the guy up the fire escape and all that. You don't have to do that anymore because we don't want you to take your life in jeopardy. So we're going to let them stay the night because we have 24-hour visitation. Woo-hoo! Some people more excited than others. All right, so there is no one doing a bed check at midnight. Yes, question.
Is there a really high pregnancy rate at the school?
Why are you smiling?
Put a helmet on the soldier, okay? No bed check. What you need to do is if you're going to
Obviously, you have to pass this class to earn the credits. If you think it is 1 hour of credit, you text 39255. If you think it is 3, text 39290. If you think it is 6, text 39291. And if you think that is 0, text 39252. Go for it. All right, keep texting in. We've only got about 75 votes. All right, we're sitting at 93 votes. There's a lot of people that haven't voted. Keep texting, keep texting. If you have voted, go ahead and point at Sheila Fritz. Everybody point. If you voted, point at Sheila. No one in the back has voted, so because you can't see that board. Steven's voted. If Steven's voted, you voted. We're only about 110 votes, 112. Yeah, go ahead and vote, she's saying. You want to take this one, Diane?
So Sheila said earlier, college completely different than high school. Our semester length is different. You change schedules. You're not in the same class for 180 days, earning one lousy credit, right? Now, at the college level, in the fall semester, you guys all have your schedule. And if you are in class 3 hours a week, let's say you have English Comp 1, 1113, that course number ends with a 3. That tells you I'm in class 3 hours a week, and if I pass Comp 1, I'm going to get 3 hours of credit on my transcript. So 74% of you got it right. Now, if you have a class that is 1114, how many hours are you in class? And how many credits are you going to get? Okay, so it's pretty easy, right? And you're going to rack up credits at a rapid speed in college. Anybody know what the minimum number you need to graduate? Think about that. It might be on the quiz.
All right, next question. A student that is caught with alcohol or drugs in the dorm or on campus housing is grounded for 1 week and assigned to cleaning tables in the cafeteria. If you think that is true, text 39960. If you think that is false, text 39955, all right? True, 39960. False, 39955. Let's see what you got. False is winning big time here. Hi, Jeff Walker. We've got about 117 votes in. That means people aren't voting. We'll walk around and see if people are voting. Mike is wireless. Voting. All right, Sheila will answer this one for you.
Okay, so 93% of you think it is false, that if you are caught with alcohol or drugs in the dorm, you get grounded for 1 week and assigned to cleaning the tables in the cafeteria. False would be correct. True might be a more pleasant answer to that question, but there are several consequences if you get caught with drugs or alcohol in the dorm. The least being that you're going to be assigned cleaning in the cafeteria. You can and probably will be prosecuted, can and may be kicked out of school. There are lots of different consequences. What happens, does anybody know what happens if you get caught drinking, walking down the street, and you are a minor? drugs or alcohol in the dorm A and you're under 21, you're looking at, especially with alcohol, with drugs, most of you, if you're not 18 now, you will be very soon. You will be held accountable as an adult. Okay, no more getting grounded. Yes, ma'am. I think they have the authority to do that, and I am sure that if there was some suspicion, because Tahlequah City Police works with Northeastern State, I think that if they needed to do that, they have the authority to do that. I don't know the rule, and I don't know what the norm is, but I think that could be a possibility.
My only advice is to be smart and responsible, all right? And that's not just housing, that includes all university-owned property that they're talking about with drugs and alcohol. So if you're on Beta Field, or if you are at the football field, or if you are at University Playhouse down the street and you're drinking and you're on campus, you can get in a lot of trouble. All right? Dr. Proctor? Yes, if you didn't hear her, if you park on campus and walk to a house party with alcohol in your hand, they will bust you because they are smart, all right? And they're looking out for it. All right, Tori sounds like she knows all this from experience. Yeah. All right, next question. Let's see what we got here. What is the minimum number of credit hours a student needs to graduate with a bachelor's degree? So it's a little bit harder here. Minimum number of credit hours a student needs to graduate with a bachelor's degree. If you think it is 84, 403, 403. If you think it's 124, 40419. If you think it's 150, 40442. If you think it is 1,374, you are ridiculous, but it is 40232. All right? Let's see what you got.
Still waiting on about 50 votes to come in. I bet Stephen Rogers did that last time, because he's ridiculous. Still waiting on about 30 more votes. Come on, come on. All right, close enough. Raise your hand if you're coming into college and you already have some college hours under your belt. Sweet. Now, keep your hand up if you have 30. Anyone have? Yeah. Okay, you've been here a while. You better have more than 30. All right, you are considered a freshman from the time you have 0 hours up till 30. Then you're a sophomore when you have 31 to 60 hours. You are a junior, 61 to 90. And after you eclipse the 90 mark, then you're a senior and you're finishing things out. But the minimum number is 124. Now there are some majors on campus that require a little bit more than 124. But you'll learn all that once you guys go out and declare a major. Okay? So, you may have 30 credits when you leave campus in May. If you're on track doing about 15 a semester, and that's why we figure you can get out of here possibly in 4 years. Okay? Let's move on.
All right, next question. Most professors will explain the assignment one time, and it is up to the student to remember to take notes, mark their planner, check Blackboard or their iDrive. If you think that is true, go 40785. If you think that is false, go 40768. All right, let's see what you got. Keep voting, keep voting. All right, I will answer this one. How about that? Okay, 96% of you got that question right. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. All right. That was so enthusiastic. There we go. You guys know how whenever you were in high school, you might have had a teacher or two that really stayed on top of making sure you turned in your assignments and made sure you knew when upcoming tests were, because you were with them every single day, and your teachers might have included, or your parents might have included in what's going on. Not necessarily the case here. You may have some professors that really are outgoing and want you to know what's going on. For the most part, they're going to talk to you a couple times about what's on the syllabus and expect for you to know what's going on, particularly in majors like science and math and business, where you may have 4 tests a semester, and they are saying, these test dates are these days, and we're going to have a test in, and if you don't show up, you do not get a grade on the test. Actually, you do. It's a 0. So, you guys are right. That's the correct answer. Way to go. Next question is, what do professors do for about 10 hours a week? And if you think it is teach, go 44145. If you think it is grade papers, go 44148. If you think it is office hours, go 44152. And if you think it is that they dye their mustache and walk around campus in Chuck Taylors in a different tie every day, then you go 46944. All right. Okay, for those of you guys above the bottom one, Dr. Yager walks around about 100 hours on campus. So.
Not today. What about tomorrow? Maybe.
So, if you answered office hours, where's my 21% that said office hours? Right here. All right. So they're going to teach class so many hours a week, so many classes, and then they are asked to be in their office available to their students and their advisees 10 hours a week. And sometimes they'll post that on the door, what days of the week they're in there and what hours of the day. It might be on their syllabus or iDrive, whatever. But if you miss class, when do you think you might go try to find them? During office hours, not in the middle of another class, right? Okay? You need to talk to them if you don't understand something, or maybe you just really connect with that teacher and you want to hang out with them and shoot the bull. But 10 hours a week, you can find them in their office. Good job. That was a tough one. They stopped some.
Hopefully they wouldn't have a bull in their office. Sheila got it. Thanks, Sheila. All right, next question. Since your family is not around, you should rely on friends more for social and emotional support. If you think that is true, text 44173. If you think that is false, text 44168. Go for it.
Okay. I think everybody has stopped. Either you're stumped or you are texting somebody else and you just think you're texting and you're answering because you're stalled at 100 people. But since your family's not around, you should rely on friends for social and emotional support. College is not easy. It's kind of like middle school classes were easier than high school classes, and high school classes are going to be easier than most of your college classes. If you're living away from home for the first time, yeah, you need somebody you can talk to. There are resources on campus. If you don't have enough, say you don't feel close enough to share, you've got something big going on. Okay, you're going to be faced with some new situations in college. You're going to have that roommate that has boyfriends have overnight visitation every single night. Or you're gonna be faced with some different stuff. Your classes are gonna be hard. You may be working along with your classes for the first time. Money may be an issue. You may be stressed out. Your classes may be really difficult. So if you don't have someone you can talk to, there is a student health facility here on campus that has counseling available for you. You have your guidance or some success specialists in the FYE office that are going to be more than willing to work with you always. So do not let yourself feel alone. Get linked to your friends that are here with you and pick up the phone once in a while and call home. Call mom and dad if you need to.
All right, take a break from the quiz for a second. All right, raise your hand if you thought high school was the bomb and you are incredibly sad that it's over.
I had time in high school.
Oh, that was you, those. Okay. All right, raise your hand if high school was just okay for you and you're really curious to see what college is all about. Okay, got some of that. Now, raise your hand if high school just sucked and college is where it's all at. Okay. I think the middle group is a little bit bigger. All right, so get involved. Ryan, Sheila, and I see the stats every year. The students that stay here and finish their degree are the students that get connected to campus organizations, to clubs, and become very involved on campus. They're going to stick around and get their degree. So your social support is going to become really important for you.
And they've got almost 90 student organizations on campus, everything from Greek life, Christian organizations, to the Harry Potter Literacy Circle, and beyond. So find something that you like and join up with it, okay? All right, next question. The blank provides information for each class, including specifics such as test dates, assignments, attendance policy, and office hours. If you think the Bible includes that stuff, I want you to text 44258. If you think that's the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, text 44279. If you think that's in the Guinness Book of World Records, I want you to text 44282. And if you think that is the syllabus, text 44246. Go for it. Oh man, the Guinness Book of World Records gets no love today. There we go, 1%. All right, right here, Guinness Book of World Records. Is that what you said too, Tori? Okay. Oh, it's rising, it's getting some more love. 6%. Let's see if it can beat out the Bible or Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. It's terrible. I don't think it's going to catch it. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. All right, as you guys vote, I'll take this one in. How many people here said the Bible? Raise your hand, be proud. That is the answer. I'm just kidding. It's the syllabus, obviously. When you go to class, first day, they're going to have you, they may even have you, challenge you to go on your thing called an iDrive, which you'll learn about later, and print off a class syllabus. And what it's going to contain, like it says here, is test dates, assignments, attendance policy, and office hours. All professors have to put certain things on their syllabus that will tell their class what's going to happen during the next 16 weeks. So, it is a very valuable tool. What I always used to do is I used to print it off, class, I'd put it in that folder and keep it there. And you could refer to it throughout the year. You could take the important dates from that and put it on your Google Calendar, which you'll learn about later, or in your planner. You can do those sorts of things so that you're reminded of what's going on in that particular class. Because what can happen is that you can just completely forget it because you got a lot of stuff going on, like friends, organizations, parties, you name it, it might be going on, and you might forget about a small quiz that's going on in your class that you could have totally aced if you had been prepared for it, but you forgot about it. Syllabus is going to conclude a lot of that information, okay? So remember, go to class first day, print off your syllabus, or get a syllabus from your professor, and you'll be good. All right, next question. What do we got here? Most college professors earn degrees in education in order to better teach students in a variety of ways. If you think that is true, I want you to text 46698. If you think that is false, text 46249. Go for it. Keep voting, keep voting. This is a tougher question, so I want to see everybody vote and see where they're at, all right?
This is obviously a tougher one. Let's let everybody weigh in on this, see where we're at. 'Cause this is pretty important. Raise your hand if you want to earn your degree in some area of education, whether it's elementary, junior high, high school, or you want to coach. Because if you're coaching, you're teaching too, right? Okay, so you're going to get admitted into what's called the College of Education and go through our teacher education program. College professors did not go that route. Every teacher you've had in life up until now did that. Your kindergarten teacher all the way through your senior year teachers. They attended college and they have an education degree in their subject areas. College professors did not go out and earn education degrees in order to teach you in a variety of ways. So what does that mean for you? You will have some dynamic college teachers. There's some professors out there that'll do some cool stuff with you. A majority of them are going to do what? They're going to stand in the front of the room and they're going to lecture. And you're going to do what? Did Dr. Proctor say fall asleep? Raise your hand if you were allowed to sleep in high school class. If your teachers allowed you to do that, you were snoring, drooling, dreaming. Okay. You have come to college with a very bad habit. That is not going to be allowed in class. And if you do get away with it, then consider yourself lucky. All right? But they are going to drone on. You're going to take notes. But some of them will do some other cool stuff in there besides talk to you. All right? So be prepared. They are experts in their field. They've had work experience. They have doctorate degrees. They have studied that subject area till they're blue in the face. So they're pretty well experts. And if your professor is a doctorate, if they have a PhD or an EDD out behind their name, then you should address them as Dr. whatever that might be. Okay? So do also know your teacher's name. Because, you know, to go like this and get called upon and say, hey, you, probably not going to help you out. Know their name, know their title. All right?
Yeah, I'm old enough that we use chalkboards. All right. Typically, students in college eat whatever is available, especially if it's free. If it's free, take two. With the result being the blank 15, a popular term heard around the fitness center. If you think it's the Taco Bell fourth meal, 46738. If you think it's the muffin top, which is gross, 46739. If you think it's the freshman, 46765. And if you think it's anorexic bulimic, text 46717. Go, go, go. The muffin top, 15. 15 pounds of muffin top. That's a visual right there. Some people are going muffin top because they had one and they want to. All right, the answer here clearly is freshman. 77% of you guys got it right. The other of you guys guessed to be ornery. All right, so what you're figuring out here is that what happens when you come to college. How many people here played some sort of athletic, was on an athletic team in high school? How many people were active in some other way? That's most of everybody in the group. What happens, do we have any collegiate athletes in the group? A handful? Playing college sports. We've got a handful of those in the group. Most of you guys will come to college and will become much, much less active. It happened to me. I did not necessarily gain the freshman 15. I gained the sophomore 30. So it's easy to do. How many people have been to the all-you-can-eat cafeteria already and just stuffed their face? And you can go to Essentials and pick up lots of Easy Mac and all that kind of stuff. And some people are doing little 100-calorie packs of beer over and over and over again. So what happens is that people will start to eat and drink more than they used to and be much less active than they were in the past. Now, then they go to Taco Bell to get their fourth meal. How many people were typically out going to Taco Bell about 3 o'clock in the morning in high school? Nice. How many people have already been out to eat late in college? You've been here like less than a week. All right, so that's what's going to happen is you guys are going to be up all day and all night long, and you guys are going to get hungry. Most people are used to being in bed about 10, 11 o'clock, and you're going to be up about 1 or 2 o'clock and get hungry again when you're supposed to be asleep. So that's where Taco Bell's fourth meal comes in. How many people live here on the residence halls? Raise your hand again. If you live in the residence halls, you get to go to the fitness center for free. All right, as part of you have already paid for it actually. So go, take advantage of it. Go and use it. Walk around the track, have some friends, go run, do something active. You can go swim, go float the river. I don't know, that's more active than sitting in your room. Go climb and go hike Sparrow Hawk. Go do something, okay? There's lots of areas for you to go out and be active. So we encourage it. Yeah, go to the water slides. It's the best thing in Talcott, totally legit. Yeah, it's 87 steps or 86 steps each time, and you will burn lots of calories. All right, next question. Typically, students, same question. You guys already know the answer to that. It was muffin top. All right, in high school, your school counselor made your class schedule. In college, blank makes your schedule. Is it your parents, your friends, you as in your student success specialist in first year experience? Do you guys need me to read the numbers? No? Okay, good.
so majority of you all answered you, which is correct. You have the power, you have the control to a certain extent. When you declare your major, they're going to give you a degree plan. You'll have an advisor. So if you want to sit down with the advisor and make sure that you're taking the correct classes that you need to get that degree, we would advise that, okay? Now, let's talk real quick about your parents. There's a law, once you get to college, that the acronym is called FERPA. And what that pretty much means is your folks can't call up here and talk to Dr. Proctor and say, what is Janie making in your class? What's her grade? Okay? No one at this campus can give out any information about you. Your grades, where you live, your number, your financial aid money, none of that. And it includes your parents. Okay? So, whether you share that information with them, that's between you and your folks. But just so you know, we have a big confidentiality act, and we can't give out information on you to anyone. Okay, question?
What if you're 17? Then can your parents like check your stuff?
What if you're 17?
I'm 17.
I don't think there's an age limit. I think it's once you get here, it goes into effect. All right, great question. Do you all know the difference between a traditional student and a non-traditional student? 3 letters, very nice. All right, there is a difference, and Sheila is going to spend the last few minutes with you. And then you guys are going to leave here and go where?
Eat.
Oh, all different places. Yeah, I'm looking for food myself. All right, so let's wrap it up. Let's talk a little bit about trads and non-trads, all right? Good job on the quiz.
Okay, how many of you graduated from high school this year and this is your first time in college? Okay, that makes you a traditional student. How many of you have graduated before this year and are just coming to college for the first time, or you're returning to college after a lapse in attending? A few, okay. That's the difference in traditional and a non-traditional student. A traditional student comes right from high school into college next semester. A non-traditional student, for whatever reason, starts their college career and ends it and then comes back, or they take some time off after high school and then they come back for a college career. Non-traditional students, the reason Diane and Ryan like me to talk to you is because that's how I completed my degree. I went to college right out of high school too for a couple of years, made some bad decisions, then made some good decisions, had a great career that I made a lot of money, but did not have a degree, and my career happened to be in home health. And so when there were some changes made by Medicare, by the government, happens all the time in different areas, I didn't have a job anymore, and I didn't have a degree. And that's when I decided to go back to school and finish my education. And it was a lot harder then, because by then, I wasn't 18, and I had 2 kids, and a 115-acre farm, and I was single by then. So it was a lot more work. And non-traditional students, my best advice to you is this is what you're going to want to do, because you may have kids at home and you may have a job off campus. You're going to want to finish your class and get the heck out of here. The best thing that you can do to become invested in this university and be successful in completing your degree is get your family involved. Don't take off right after class. Go to the library. Use the resources that are available to you. Bring your kids, bring your family. Go to sporting events. Attend different, almost every event that we have on campus is open to students and their families. Bring your families. Traditional students, non-trads are going to be just as nervous as you are, if not more, because they may be looking at you and you're looking at them, and you're from 2 totally separate worlds. You may have a non-trad student in class with you that went to school and learned to type like I did on an electric typewriter. We didn't have computers when I graduated from high school in every classroom. Didn't have it, didn't exist. So I learned how to type on a manual typewriter. I am old. So you're going to have people who don't have the same frame of reference that you have. So they're also a good resource, because life experience sometimes is better knowledge or more knowledge than if you don't have that life experience. So take advantage of each other. Use each other as resources. Non-traditional students, get involved and get invested in this campus, and you will be more successful. Traditional students, my advice to you, to not become the first step in your year is make the sacrifices now that you don't want to make later. Okay? Live on ramen noodles for a while, do without some things now, and finish your degree while you're here. Communicate openly with your professors, with your guidance counselors, with your financial aid counselors. Don't throw your hands up and quit now after you're here. Complete that degree. It's a lot easier for you to make some sacrifices now than it is for your whole entire family, your children, your spouse, whomever, to make those sacrifices 10, 15 years later. And it also puts you in a position where, career-wise, because I changed careers midlife, I'm where I should be if I had chosen this career path first 10, 15 years ago instead of now. So make the commitment, traditional students, to not become a non-traditional student by staying here, finishing your degree, and getting invested in university. Non-traditional students don't get frustrated. Okay, it is hard. It's hard to juggle everything. Talk to your professors. Let them know, hey, I'm not going to be there today because we got the car to go to school and my child threw up everywhere. Okay, it's going to happen. But if you communicate with them, they're human. They're going to work with you. If you just stop going to class, you're going to have issues, and then that's when you're going to get in trouble. And it's easier as a non-traditional student to throw your hat in there and give up. And it really is. Because you have more obligations and you have more responsibility. So hang in there. It's not as bad as it seems. I finished an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, and am working currently halfway through a master's degree as a non-trad student. So it can be done. It's not impossible. And good luck.
If I want you guys to take one thing away from this, if it's free, take two, okay? All right, it's free stuff all week. They've got welcome week activities. You guys take advantage of it. Meet new people.